Look at this dinner. In a few hours, parts of this meal will be helping you feel calm. Other parts will be helping you focus tomorrow morning. And some will be repairing your muscles while you sleep tonight. Protein isn't just one thing. It's a delivery system for building blocks your body needs to function. And 9 of those building blocks your body can't make. You have to eat them. Maybe you've noticed. Some days you feel sharp and energized. Other days you're dragging. Your protein choices, what you eat and when, can be part of that equation. But there's a lot of confusion out there. Do you need to eat protein right after a workout? Are plant proteins worse than animal proteins? Is eating too much protein bad for your kidneys? Today, we're going to cut through the noise. I'll show you how protein actually works in your body, what the research really says about timing, and which common beliefs are actually myths. Let's start simple. When you eat protein, whether it's a chicken breast, a bowl of lentils, or scrambled eggs, your digestive system breaks it down into smaller pieces called amino acids. Think of amino acids like Lego blocks. Protein in your food is like getting a big bag of different colored Legos. Your body breaks apart whatever structure they came in and then rebuilds them into whatever it needs. Some amino acids get rebuilt into muscle tissue. Others become brain chemicals that affect your mood. Some become enzymes that run chemical reactions. Others become parts of your immune system, your skin, your hair. Here's what you need to know. There are about 20 different amino acids your body uses regularly. Your body can make about 11 of them from other materials, but 9 of them, your body cannot make these at all. They're called the essential amino acids. If you don't eat them, your body will actually start breaking down your own muscles and tissues to get them. So getting these 9 essential amino acids from food isn't optional. It's required for your body to function properly. Now here's where it gets interesting for how you feel day to day. Some of these amino acids have special jobs. They become the chemical messengers in your brain, the ones that control your mood, your focus, your sleep. Let's follow one example. There's an essential amino acid called tryptophan. You've probably heard it associated with feeling sleepy after Thanksgiving dinner. It's found in turkey, but also in eggs, cheese, and seeds, like pumpkin seeds. When you eat these foods, tryptophan enters your bloodstream and eventually your brain. Once it's there, it goes through a transformation. First, it converts into serotonin, your mood-regulating neurotransmitter involved in emotional balance and well-being. Then, when evening comes and the light dims, some of that serotonin converts again, this time into melatonin, your sleep hormone. So the tryptophan you ate at dinner could actually contribute to better sleep that night. Pretty cool, right? Tryptophan turns into serotonin, then into melatonin. Protein at dinner, better sleep at night. Here's another one. The essential amino acid phenylalanine gets converted in your body into tyrosine. And tyrosine has a different job. Your body uses tyrosine to make dopamine, your motivation and focus molecule. Dopamine then converts further into norepinephrine, which sharpens your alertness and attention. Phenylalanine is found in meat, dairy, eggs, and soy. When this pathway is working well, you feel driven. You can concentrate. You want to get things done. This is one reason why starting your day with some protein, eggs, Greek yogurt, even beans on toast, can help you feel more focused and alert. You're feeding the phenylalanine to dopamine pipeline. And there's another pathway worth knowing. The non-essential amino acid glutamine, which you get from protein foods, can be converted in the brain into GABA. GABA is your brain's natural calming signal. It helps you feel less anxious and more relaxed. The key point, the protein you eat isn't just calories or muscle fuel. It's literally the raw material your brain uses to make the chemicals that determine how you feel. Tryptophan for sleep and mood. Phenylalanine for focus and drive. Glutamine for calm. And this is happening constantly. Your body is always using amino acids from your recent meals to build and rebuild these brain chemicals. Now let's talk about something you've probably heard. Complete versus incomplete proteins. This sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. Remember those 9 essential amino acids your body can't make? A complete protein has all 9 of them in good amounts. An incomplete protein is missing 1 or more, or has very low amounts of some. Animal proteins, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, are complete. They come with all 9 essential amino acids ready to go, in proportions your body can easily use. Most plant proteins are incomplete on their own. For example, beans are rich in leucine but low in methionine. Rice and other grains have methionine but are low in leucine. They complement each other perfectly. Here's the thing. You don't need all 9 essential amino acids in every single bite. Your body keeps a sort of temporary amino acid pool from your recent meals. Think of it like a shared reservoir. So if you eat leucine-rich lentils at lunch and methionine-rich grains at dinner, your body has access to both and can combine them as needed. You don't need to calculate this, just eat a variety. The key if you're eating plant-based? Variety. Different legumes for leucine, different grains for methionine, nuts and seeds for an array of the others. Your body will pool all 9 essential amino acids across your day. One practical note: plant proteins are less concentrated. You'll generally need larger portions to match the protein in meat or eggs. For example, about 1.5 cups of cooked lentils gives you roughly the same protein as a small chicken breast, though the amino acid profile differs slightly. Bottom line, both work. Animal proteins are complete and concentrated. Plant proteins need variety and bigger portions, but work perfectly well for all 9 essential amino acids when eaten across the day. Your choice can be based on what you like, what fits your ethics, your budget, your health needs, not because one delivers the essential amino acids better. Okay, so you know what protein does and where to get it. But does timing matter? Do you need to eat protein at specific times? The internet will tell you that you must eat protein within 30 minutes after a workout, or you must have leucine at breakfast, or you'll waste your workout. Here's the truth. Timing matters somewhat, especially around key amino acids like leucine, which is the most potent trigger for muscle protein synthesis. But it's way less strict than you think. The research shows that getting protein after a workout is helpful, particularly because your muscles are primed to use leucine, the branched-chain amino acid most strongly linked to triggering new muscle growth. But the window is much wider than once believed. We're talking several hours, not 30 minutes. What matters more? Getting enough total protein and enough leucine throughout the day, especially on days you train. A large chicken breast, a cup of cottage cheese, or a generous serving of legumes all deliver meaningful amounts of leucine. If you've eaten protein earlier in the day and you work out in the afternoon, you likely still have amino acids, including leucine, available. Having protein within a few hours after training is beneficial, but it's not urgent. Research suggests it's better to spread protein relatively evenly across your meals rather than eating most of it at dinner. This matters because your body can only use so much leucine and other amino acids at once for muscle synthesis. For example, 3 meals with about 25 to 30 grams of protein each, which gives you roughly 2 to 3 grams of leucine per meal, the threshold needed to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis, works better than loading it all into dinner. A simple guide: aim for a palm-sized portion of protein at each main meal. Beyond muscle and brain chemistry, protein has a practical effect on your energy and hunger. Protein at breakfast, eggs, yogurt, a protein smoothie, keeps you fuller and more focused than carbs alone. That's partly because protein slows down digestion. But it's also because you're delivering tryptophan and phenylalanine to your brain early in the day, setting up both your serotonin and dopamine pathways for a stable, focused morning. No mid-morning crash, stable blood sugar, and the amino acid building blocks your brain needs to stay balanced. Daily total matters most. Get enough protein throughout the day, around 0.8 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. More if you're very active. Make sure you're getting all 9 essential amino acids across your meals, included in every meal. Don't save it all for dinner. Each meal should give you roughly 2 to 3 grams of leucine for optimal muscle protein synthesis signaling. After workout, helpful but not urgent. A few hours is fine. Focus on getting leucine-rich protein. Meat, dairy, eggs, or soy. Protein at breakfast. Big for energy and mood. Tryptophan and phenylalanine at breakfast set up serotonin and dopamine pathways, prevents crashes and keeps you full and focused. Before we finish, let's clear up some common protein myths. Myth number 1. More protein always means more muscle. Reality. Your body has limits, especially around leucine. Once you're eating enough protein, for most people training regularly, that's around 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. Eating more doesn't build more muscle. The key limiting amino acid here is leucine. Once you've hit the leucine threshold per meal, adding more protein doesn't trigger more muscle synthesis. Your body uses what it needs. Extra protein just gets converted to energy or stored. It's not harmful for healthy people, but it's not more effective either. Myth number 2. High protein damages your kidneys. Reality. No evidence of harm in healthy people. Study after study shows that high protein intake doesn't harm healthy kidneys. If you already have kidney disease, your doctor might recommend limiting protein, particularly certain amino acids that increase the kidney's workload. But for healthy people, high protein is safe. Myth number 3. You need protein powder. Reality. Whole foods provide plenty of all 9 essential amino acids. Quick examples of real food that delivers all 9 essential amino acids. 1 chicken breast, about 30 grams of complete protein, all 9 essential amino acids including leucine, lysine, and tryptophan. 2 eggs, about 12 grams, excellent source of methionine and leucine. 1 cup of Greek yogurt, about 20 grams, rich in leucine and isoleucine. 1 cup of cooked lentils, about 18 grams, rich in lysine, but pair with a grain for methionine. Protein powder is convenient, especially if you're very active or have high needs. But it's a convenience tool, not a necessity. Real food gives you the amino acids plus everything else your body needs. Myth number 4. Plant protein doesn't build muscle. Reality. Plant protein builds muscle when intake is adequate and varied. Plenty of research, and elite athletes eating plant-based diets prove this. The key is getting enough total protein and eating a variety of plant sources to ensure you're hitting all 9 essential amino acids. Lysine from legumes, methionine from grains, tryptophan from seeds and soy, leucine from soy and lentils, and so on. You might need larger portions and more variety, but the outcome, muscle growth, recovery, strength, can be the same. Let's recap quickly. Protein provides building blocks called amino acids. 9 are essential. You must eat them. Some of these amino acids become brain chemicals. Tryptophan turns into serotonin, then into melatonin for mood and sleep. Phenylalanine turns into tyrosine, then into dopamine, and finally into norepinephrine for focus and drive. Complete proteins have all 9 essential amino acids. Animal proteins are naturally complete. Plant proteins need variety. But lysine-rich legumes plus methionine-rich grains covers your bases beautifully. Timing matters somewhat. Leucine after training, proteins spread across meals, but it's not as strict as you've heard. Common protein myths are mostly wrong. For healthy people, higher protein is safe, plant proteins work well, and whole foods can meet your needs. Practical takeaway. Get adequate protein throughout your day from sources you enjoy, include some at every meal, and don't stress about perfect timing. Your 9 essential amino acids are waiting in your food. Go eat them. Coming up in this series, carbohydrates and blood sugar, fats and brain health, the gut microbiome in detail, inflammation and food. Question for the comments. What's your go-to protein source? Animal, plant, or mixed? And have you noticed any patterns in how different proteins or different amino acids affect your energy or mood? Share your experience below. I'm curious. Remember, the protein you eat becomes the structures and messengers that determine how you feel and function. Tryptophan becomes your sleep hormone. Phenylalanine fuels your focus. Leucine rebuilds your muscles overnight. You have multiple opportunities every day to influence all of that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.